Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Welcome back to my animal sign outlook for 2026, the year of the fire horse. And today we are looking into the monkey. Now, first you need to check whether or not you even have the monkey in the chart. And this relates to people who are not just born in the year of the monkey, but also maybe in a monkey month, on a monkey day, or in a monkey hour. So scan this QR code to plot your chart. I'll also put the link in the description to the video because you can have it anywhere in the chart. As you can see here, there are different animal signs located in the year, month, day, and hour. For those of you who are new to Bazi or Chinese astrology, it's not just the year you're born in. Yeah, you can have up to 4 different animal signs in the chart, and they all matter. It's not just the year. Now, if you have the monkey in the year, then this forecast relates more to, let's say, your industry, your wider circle of friends, your network, your distant relatives, grandparents, or even further away relatives. If you have the monkey in the month, this relates to your business, your work environment, your superiors, your co-workers. If you're a business owner, then this is your business itself, the way you make money. And if you have the monkey in the day, this is your personal well-being, your home life, your home environment, the way you relate to your spouse, but also your health. And if you have the monkey in the hour, this relates more to your investments, your children, your ambitions, your goals, the sort of the dreams you set for yourself, right? So this all different aspects of your life depending on where you see the monkey. Now let's take a look what is affecting the monkey in 2026. Now, as you can see here, we are all affected by auspicious and inauspicious stars. And please don't get too scared about the inauspicious stars. Essentially, the way you need to deal with inauspicious energies, and we all have them every year, right? The way you deal with them is to be extra careful or simply avoid doing activities that could trigger the inauspicious stars. As long as you do that, they won't affect you. And what's even more important, focus on the auspicious stars and really make them work for you, because by doing that, you're automatically neutralizing or minimizing the effect and the impact of the inauspicious stars. And so if you deal with it this way, you really don't have much to worry about. Now, for the monkey, we've got three auspicious stars: the sky horse, the academic star, and the heavenly chef. Now, the sky horse asks you to be on the move. It needs to be a year of traveling and activity and just being very, very busy, essentially. Take action and move around. Make things happen. Don't just wait for things to happen to you. You need to make things happen. There's a lot of energy in you, and if you don't use that energy, then at the end of the year, you get extremely frustrated, mostly with yourself, but it can also manifest in being really frustrated with those around you. Yeah, make money from travel. If you don't use this energy to take action, then it will turn to anger and frustration. Now, making money from travel doesn't just mean that you need to travel to a different country. You could also just make sure that all your business meetings are scheduled or are set outside your office, because then you have to travel from your office to another location. That also constitutes travel. And in this more modern context now, travel also means doing things online with people who are not in the same location. Yeah, so when you have a Zoom meeting with someone who is a completely different country, that also constitutes travel. So be active, be on the move, yeah, connect with people overseas. Don't stay at the office if this is what you're always doing normally. This is a year where you need to make things happen. Now, the academic star shows you that it's a great year to learn something new. Upskill, yeah, learn a new skill, make yourself better, and ask yourself, what is helpful for my career? Then add this knowledge to your skill set. Make sure that you learn something that could get you hired at a higher pay, or that brings more value to you within a professional context. Of course, you can also learn other new skills on the side if you have the energy, if you have the time. But when we see the academic star, and especially in a highly competitive environment that we're nowadays in, it's always good to use this energy to actually add an additional sort of like skill set that can create more value to you. Yeah, whatever you study for this year, you'll get better results and you'll be able to pick up this new skill much, much faster. So even a small effort can actually reap really big results. So use this. And then we've got the Heavenly Chef. So in 2026, this is a little bit special because in 2026, the Heavenly Chef is in the snake, but it's in 2026, it's also impacting or being felt in the monkey. Um, and that's because when Wu Earth is prosperous, as it is in 2026, the Heavenly Chef is also in the monkey. So prosperous being fire creates prosperous Earth for those who are interested in the more technical side. So this is why we also find it in the Heavenly Chef when actually it should be we also find it in the monkey when actually it should be in the snake. Now, what does this energy bring? It's essentially, for those of you who are familiar with Bazi, it's an eating god energy. So you're surrounded or exposed to a lot of good food, and people around you, they just, they always ask you out for lunch, for dinner, whatever. It's a year where somehow there's always a dinner invitation or a lunch invitation or some sort of invitation where there's good food. Now, it can make it very difficult to go on a diet. But just enjoy the year. Try a lot of different foods. And it's a great year to connect with other people over a lunch, over a dinner. Yeah. Business dinners, business lunches, set them up accordingly. However, it means that you do have to take care of your health. Yeah. You can't indulge too much. Otherwise, this will go out of hand and you'll put on a lot of weight. Now, the inauspicious stars here. So you've got the separating edge here. And this just means that you somehow feel disconnected and sort of like distant from others. It's almost like you feel that others don't really get you, they don't really understand you, and but that's just a feeling that you have. It's not actually reflected in reality. But because you feel like others don't really get you, you tend to hide yourself and just be alone and do things all by yourself. And you sort of like feel the need to isolate yourself. And this is the wrong approach entirely. You need to snap out of this. When you feel like you're retreating too much, you need to get back into life and meet up with people, because this is really just negative self-talk. It's not that others don't get you. It's just that for some reason, sometimes you just get into some sort of funk. Yeah. But it's not actually borne out in reality. The solitary star amplifies this even more, because the solitary star makes you feel lonely and deserted. Even if you have a lot of people and friends around you, somehow this year you feel like you can't really talk to others. You feel disconnected, and then, you isolate yourself too much. So these two stars, separating edge and solitary star, they tend to amplify each other. And it's not to say that you can't take any me time. We all need me time every now and then. But catch yourself, if you haven't spoken to anybody for a week, because you've just been withdrawing from social activities, snap out of it. Yeah, and go out. Enjoy good food. Yeah, the Heavenly Chef is right there. And then we've got the funeral door and the earth funeral. So although they may sound really scary, it doesn't necessarily mean that there will be a funeral. Obviously, this could be the case, but it's not 100%. It depends on whatever else is in your Bazi chart. Um, However, you need the funeral door and the earth funeral energy. They ask you to go through life with a little bit more awareness. Yeah, sometimes we just go through the motions, yeah, like a zombie. We just do what we do every time, like just think about brushing your teeth in the morning. You're not really aware that you're doing it. I mean, you're there, you're brushing your teeth, and because it's something that you do every morning, you just go through the motion without actually being aware of it. So that's what these two stars ask you to do, to be aware of everything that you're doing. Also, obviously, of the effects of your actions, and making sure that you're not affected by fear and negative emotions, but rather being aware of when you are fearful and making sure that you're not taking actions out of fear. That is very important with these two stars. Now, obviously, in rare instances, these two stars can bring mourning, or a higher risk of mourning can bring um, events that are sad, whether that is an actual death in the family or just someone getting sick, or you're just being scared for a friend or whatever. Is something that you would have to check within your Bazi chart what's actually happening. But making sure this year that you're taking care of family members would be my advice. Yeah, make sure that you connect with, especially with elderly family members, check in with them regularly, especially if you know that they're not doing well or maybe their health is not so great. Just checking in, making sure that they know you're there, and maybe visit them a little bit more often. That will already help with that. All right. So this is the monkey for the year 2026. Now, let me know if you have a monkey in the chart, where it is, year, month, day, and hour. As long as you're on the move, making sure that you make things happen, this is actually going to be a really, really good year for you. It's an exciting year because you get to travel and you get to experience a lot of new things, and especially also a lot of good food, right? So don't disconnect from society. Actually, throw yourself into the mix, into the action. All right. So give me a like for this video, share it with anybody who may be interested, and also subscribe to my channel. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be posting all the animal forecasts for the year 2026, and you don't want to miss out. All right. See you guys soon.